Hello and welcome to Wingin It. So here we are, it's Wingspan open time. Once again, we have a game 4 of our round 4 match against Teire from Tuck and Cash. So yeah, if you haven't seen the previous 3 games so far in this series, I would recommend checking those out before we get going here. But yeah, you join us on the back of 2 very painful defeats. 2 very different defeats as well. Having that second game with such a terrible starting hand, but then managing to draw our way into some good birds. And then game 3 with what looked like an amazing starting hand and then just could not find anything at all to add to it. So kind of the 2 polar ends of the spectrum really there when you come to play Wingspan. But that's what the game is like. So we've got to deal with it sometimes. Hopefully we're not going to have to deal with too much more pain in this series. So as always in this Wingspan Open, it is a best of 5. And we're 2-1 down, so we can't afford to lose any more games. Lose and we're out. Only a win is going to keep us in. So we're going second here. Teire is going to be going first. But with that tray, maybe not super exciting for them. But yeah, as I say, we need to win. But we are in a position where our points difference is good enough, where if we win, we will get to go first in that very tense deciding game 5. So hopefully we can get to that. Normally, in these kind of series, I'm always saying, hopefully we don't have to go to game 5. Hopefully we can get that wrapped up before we have to go for 5. But 5 is our only option here. Losing 2 in a row, you kind of lose all flexibility you had. So yeah, we'll let Teire, of course, pick their starting hands, and then we'll look at what we've got and hopefully get stuck right into this game. Alright, here we go. Teire has picked their starting hand, and we're going to get stuck into ours, and we have got some pretty nice options there, some pretty cooperative options. But the bonus cards are not looking too bad either. Ethologist and Omnivore, both pretty good keeps. So let's have a look. Oh, Teire, I mean, they must have a pretty good start as well. 4 birds and just a single food, so very interesting indeed. But yeah, this is interesting. Having the hummingbird and the phoebe and the mourning dove, it's almost kind of screaming at you to go in the wetlands with those 3. Draw a bunch of cards, obviously get eggs with the mourning dove, and then get some food as well with these 2 powers. But yeah, normally, if you're going for that kind of wetland energy, you look for tucking birds. No tucking birds in sight here. I think it's probably going to be Omnivore for the bonus card keep, but Ethologist is normally a safe one. But yeah, Omnivore would be 2 points for sure with this hummingbird, and hopefully some more to be found as well. But yeah, I don't think this is super obvious where all of these go. I think you could potentially get away with 2 in the wetlands and then maybe see how you go. But yeah, spamming food at someone who's kept 4 birds and 1 food is maybe not the most sensible idea. But sometimes in these games, especially these ones where it's all or nothing, you've got to just go for it and go kind of all guns blazing. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking of keeping all 3. I don't have to play all 3. I might go, well, to be honest, probably Phoebe for the end of round, but I could go grass and Phoebe because I think egg laying is going to come into it, and just put the hummingbird and the dove in the wetlands. I think those could be some options to consider. So I'm probably going to do this, and then yeah, I could do grass and Phoebe, lay eggs twice, play those 2 wetland birds, and then start drawing. That would definitely put me in a good position for that first end of round. And then yeah, I'll get some more eggs on the dove. I'll get some more food as well from this hummingbird, and that will set us up pretty nicely. We're not going to be short food, I don't think, in this sort of setup. So yeah, focusing on the card draw, I think, could pay dividends. So let's lock that in. I'm not too interested in the other 2 birds in the starting hand, given that they're both food gaining powers, and as I said, I think we're okay for food. But yeah, I'm interested to see this. Normally, I will say, when you see this kind of 4 birds, 1 food start, It's normally a worm because quite often you get those cheap forest birds for just a single worm, but it might be. I was going to say it might be a hummingbird, or in this case, it's a nightingale. So I think the food is going to be flying all over the place in this one, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, if they've kept 4 birds, this could be a very scary full tuck incoming, and they're just going to use this nightingale to kind of, yeah, get themselves going. But I think I'm going to proceed as planned. So we are going to go for Grass and Phoebe, and we'll do the eggs, and maybe we'll get these down straight away rather than lay eggs twice, because we can always wait and see. We can always maybe pick up another bird, play that in the grasslands or play that in the wetlands before we look at laying eggs again. But yeah, I think are they just going to start drawing themselves? Maybe use that nightingale to get their food. I think that might be their play. But yeah, definitely feeling a bit nervous giving away so much food so early to someone who I know has clearly got lots of cards in hand and lots of cards they'll be wanting to play, because yeah, four birds at the start, you wouldn't keep those unless you were going to play them all. But they're not going for something straight away. I wonder if this is going to be a seed and it's going to be a bush tit or a blackbird that is going to be going down. But I don't know. They are discarding the egg, which is kind of interesting. Very interesting. Because normally if they were going to add something to that wetlands, I think you'd want to keep that egg and just focus on getting your extra wetland bird down. So it's not. It's a rodent. So is this a raven alert? Are we on alert for a raven? We could well be. This could be using the nightingale to set up the raven, in which case, going food spam, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. So could definitely work. But let's go. Yeah, let's go dove. Let's go dove down in the wetlands. And then we can play the hummingbird, and then we can start drawing. And that hooded crow, if he is going wetlands, I mean, I have got omnivore. It does hit one of those end of rounds. And the teal power, get tucks every time. The round end for every time that your opponent has taken the lay eggs action. Be very nice. So, Eleanor's falcon. Okay, so it's not a raven. Scrap that. But yeah, very interesting kind of full tuck at home. I might call this, because the Eleanor's falcon, technically an egg source, but not a very reliable one, and certainly when the feeder's looking like that, not reliable at all. So maybe I might want to not use this hummingbird because it's going to help them reset or get food out of the feeder and be in a position to use their falcon. So we'll have to kind of watch that one. I don't want to be giving them eggs, but I do want to play this hummingbird at the very least. At the very least, it gets me some extra card access. And of course, as I said, hits the omnivore bonus. So we can just draw. We're kind of doing the same thing here. We both get a couple of cards. Well, I'm definitely getting an egg. Tay's maybe getting an egg. And then we both have a choice of food. So kind of similar. Kind of very, very kind of closely matched setups. But yeah, it's going to be a race. It's going to be a race. Who can dig and who can find that mute swan? Who can find that bush tit? As I say, hopefully he's not already got those, but yeah, I don't know. I think if you did, you'd play them before the falcons, so that does give me a little bit more confidence that maybe what they're holding on to isn't so amazing. But they are giving away a seed, so let's draw cards. Gold Crest is pretty nice if I'm going to have extra cards, so that could be an option. I'm still thinking about this crow. I'm really thinking about this crow, but it is 5 points because it hits the omnivore, and I could easily play it. I could so easily play it. I think I'm going to take it. But I think I'm going to skip this for now because I could always use it next turn if I change my mind. We do get an egg on the dove, so hopefully no rule 16s. Theory is certainly not bad. But yeah, I'm just going to wait a little bit. Maybe they'll give me a worm, and I can just play this anyway. And we'll see, because this end of round goal, they obviously have a couple of ground nest spaces there. But I do have 4 on the Phoebe, so I might be able to Might be able to do enough there. Just depends. I don't know. Maybe they might grab that prairie chicken, but I think even then, getting enough eggs on that is going to be tricky. So, yeah, for as long as I can leave the feeder as it is, and make sure their falcon can't get eggs, I think that's going to be key because that is their key thing at the moment is missing the eggs. So they took the red-eyed vireo, which is fair enough, and they revealed a purple gallinule, which does hit our bonus card. So I'm kind of tempted. Just going to grab that now. We've got a bared sparrow for more eggs, and more eggs for this end of round. So that could be. Is that going to be an option? Is that going to be an option? I think it certainly could be an option. I'm going to take this gallinule. I think it's big points, hits the bonus card, get me extra cards, hits the end around, so I will take that now. Now. Do I take a worm? I might have to. I'm kind of going to assume here that at least one of their last 2 turns is going to be laying eggs, so I might play the hooded crow. That is going to get me a couple of tucks, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be sparrow and goldcrest that will get tucked there. So I'm going to do it. I'll take a worm. But yeah, he might draw cards and chance it that this falcon can get the egg for the end of round, but otherwise I think he's probably going to lay eggs and at least make sure he qualifies for that, even if he can't beat me with this setup. So Peregrine Falcon's definitely not bad for Tay or for me. But yeah, very, very interested. I'm still very concerned about all those birds they kept at the start, because I don't think you'd keep all of those if you didn't have something amazing. But the good thing is we know they don't have Raven because they could have taken a rodent there. So there's some silver linings. But yes, they've seen lots of cards. They had lots of cards, so who knows? Who knows what we're going to see them play? But I think we do have some good options ourselves. As I said, a couple more omnivore birds, so definitely glad I kept that bonus card over the ethologist. As good as the ethologist is, I think the ceiling for omnivore is definitely higher here. Okay, they have laid eggs. There we go. Oh man, that's mute swan food right there. So I think they are going to play a bird now. I have a decision to make because I am kind of thinking Goldcrest could be amazing and use the sparrow to get extra eggs to feed that. But I think with the dove eggs, I don't know. If I play the crow, I want 2 tucks. And that would mean probably sparrow and Goldcrest go. I will play the hooded crow because it is going to be... Oh, am I going to play it? I'm really off put by the fact that they might end up, like if they play a bush tit here, this hooded crow is going to be useless. So I might lay eggs first. It's going to cost me a point because otherwise I would have played the crow then laid eggs. But I think just holding off. I mean, it might even cost me 2 because I could play the sparrow first and then lay eggs. But yeah, it's always scary going for a counterplay with the pink or teal power before you're fully certain of how your opponent is setting up. So I think they are going to play another wetland bird here. Yeah, if it is a bush tit or a blackbird or something, I'm not going to be feeling too good. So okay, Bear Sparrow and Goldcrest. Use the extra cards. Play a bunch of birds in the forest. Definitely could work. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the crow. I think we're gonna leave the crow here and I'm gonna play this bad sparrow. Hopefully I don't come to regret that. We'll do it. Gets us 4 points in the grasslands. We're gonna win this end of round. And yeah, go first in that next round. I think that's going to be a good position for us. For sure, we can really look to pick up, hopefully, some good birds that come up in the tray. But otherwise, I think just look to get this Gallinule down. Obviously, you need a cherry. Might be a bit challenging. But this is going to be the crunch point, really. Is what Tay plays next. Because if he does go full tuck, we might need to watch out. Certainly on the food front. But equally, yeah, this feeder, with the way this Falcon's going, kind of don't want it sat in a way where the dice could be used. So, what's he done? Oh, he's played a cowbird. Okay. So maybe I don't want to be laying eggs quite so much. So he's not going full tuck. Should have played the hooded crow. That's what I'm learning here. Or I should have laid eggs, at the very least, beforehand. And then I could have still played this crow here. But yeah, honestly, I did expect him to put something in the wetlands there. So never mind. I think we do still lay eggs here. Yeah, I still need to lay eggs for the end of round. So I'm going to give him a point, but so be it. Sparrow's going to help me with one more egg. And I will take the worm. Because like I said, I think this Goldcrest could potentially... I think that could be a good play. I'm going to need some good forest birds. That warbler in the tray. Maybe I could have picked that up. But we'll see. We're going to go here into the next round. I think I could see a chiffchaff in the tray. Not a chiffchaff, a chaffinch. But that's also fine. Chaffinch and Goldcrest. That could be fun. But definitely, I want to remove that. Stop Tay from getting it. Because that's going to be good. And I think probably take that ruddy duck as well. So yeah, we'll draw those. We'll put Tay first, in case he wants to take that rodent, and we can re-roll. But otherwise, play Gallinule, draw some cards, and then at least, yeah, I think it probably is going to be Grassland's Chaffinch here, if I'm honest. Okay, he's not giving us a re-roll. We'll take a rodent. Because then at least, if we are laying eggs, okay, we're giving him a point, but you know, we could be getting like 6 or 7 points in that Grasslands there, so that's definitely not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So yeah, Tay must still have a lot of cards in hand. So we'll see what he's going to play with those, but yeah. I'm really hoping he's not got Busorn, but surely it would have already gone down. That's kind of what I'm telling myself. Okay, Red-Eyed Veery into Woodpecker. Okay, so he's kind of pivoting, which is a bit... I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Pivoting to Forest when I'm throwing free food around. It's definitely an interesting play. So we're going to draw cards again, because I think I could do Bluebird. I'm going to need something for this end of round. So I could do Bluebird. Come on, please give me some cherries. Oh, pure pain. Let's take seeds, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to need some white power for this end of round. And Bluebird into Chaffinch for the Grassland, certainly not a bad one. Certainly not a bad one. Okay, Waxwing. Waxwing as well. That could work. Instead of Chaffinch, but yeah, this forest play's kind of odd. I'm not really sure why you'd need to play forest birds. But still, it's reassuring. It's reassuring that he's not finding super duper amazing stuff for either the wetlands or the grasslands. Which, yeah, that was our problem last game. So if Tay's going to have that problem this game, I'm all for it. So we've got a cherry in the bird feeder now. So I could take that. I could. I'm kind of thinking about this Waxwing, but I think food is going to be okay. So Violet Green Swallow. Violet Green Swallow is quite nice. Maybe that goes in the grasslands now as well. But I think I might go for this Shoveler. I think I might just chuck cards around. It's got loads of egg space as well, so Definitely don't mind it. And yeah, we'll take the cherry here. So, how do we do this? Do we play Gallinule first? I think we might do. And then hope we get another cherry. Because we can do Gallinule cards, double play in the grasslands, and maybe even a triple play if we do pick up that Wren. But I think Tay is probably gonna take that. I'm kind of interested why he's leaving eggs on this Eleanor's Falcon. Because now you completely negate any chance of actually using the power. I mean, maybe he wants to clear off the Nightingale, but okay, another white power going down. I wonder if he's kept a Benelia or Eastern Imperial from the starting hand. That's kind of the thought that's going through my mind. So he might be able to win this end around anyway, but... Okay, he did take an egg off the Falcon, but... Yeah, Nuthatch. So another bonus card there. Yeah, this is all shaping up kind of interestingly. We do have another cherry, so I don't think he's going to take food again. I suppose he might do. I'm going to play the Gallinule here. We'll do that. We'll use a rodent. And then if we can grab that cherry, we've still got a worm, a cherry, and a seed. We can do double play in the grasslands, so I think that's going to be the goal. But yeah, this Gallinule's good. Hits the bonus card. Obviously, big points in its own right. Get some extra cards to tuck. So yeah, I think I'm not finding the forest birds to use Goldcrest, so I think Chaffinch is going to work here. I think we're going to get a lot of cards for sure to be able to use that. So yeah, I'm just gonna throw cards and food at Tay and just hope I can use them better than he can. So he's played Blue-winged Warbler. He's probably going to lay eggs, maybe, but yeah, he's set up to win this end around, so that's fine. That's fine by me. We're going to draw cards. We're going to get Brant, which is another omnivore bird. Now, do I take... I'm trying to think if the house wren is better than this blue bird. Same egg spaces, but this is basically one extra food for 3 more points, so I think that's good enough for me. Spotted owl's not bad as well, don't mind that. Red-legged partridge would have been very interesting earlier, but maybe not so much now. But yeah, I think I will take the rodent for the spotted owl. Maybe I'll leave that if it's still there. Could always take cards again here next, and then do the double play. You know, all these extra cards, they're all going to get tucked, so I don't really care. If I have to spend extra turns drawing now, kind of all for it. So it's still there, so maybe I will. But yeah, next end around, how's that looking? He's only got 1 bird. We've already got 3. So we are looking good in that department. So yeah, does he lay eggs here? I want to put off the eggs as well, because the sooner I lay eggs, the sooner he gets free eggs, and the sooner he can use that to his advantage by playing birds. So if I can hold off, yeah, force him to lay eggs, he only gets 3 points from that, so... I think I'm going to draw cards again here. I think the House Wren, double play House Wren into Spotted Owl later. Ooh, let's not play that now. I think that could be useful later for even more egg space, because if we are just going to egg spam late, then egg space could be useful, so we're going to take that. And we find the Mute Swan. Okay. Does that change things for me? How I play this Mute Swan? How many more turns am I going to draw cards? That's a very interesting bird to come up. Yeah, it does hit the omnivore. Would get me 3 points a turn, but I suppose it's using cards. If it's using cards that I'm going to be tucking anyway under Chaffinch, then it's basically just 1 point a turn. It's basically just a tuck and draw, so probably not going to come. into play here. But yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring game on both sides. Cards are flying around. Food is flying around. Tay's going to get some free eggs. So yeah. Our score is already looking pretty strong, and we know we're going to be pivoting into strong grasslands later in this game. So yeah, this could be a wild one. This could be a wild one for sure. But yeah, I think we'll do Bluebird into Chaffinch. We can lay eggs potentially, or we can just keep drawing cards. But definitely 2 rodents for the spotted owl, and then even the Phoebe can give us a worm for that house wren. So we're going to be looking good. But King Rail's come up. I would so love to grab King Rail, but I can't. I have to play birds here, which is a shame. I mean, I suppose I could play the Brant. Do I play the Brant just to get King Rail? I'm not sure I do. I'm going to stick to my guns. Had a plan. Let's go with it. So let's play. I'll double play. I don't think it matters. I'll leave 1 on the dove just in case I mess things up. Just so that I do have something there for the end of round. But yeah, we'll at least get those down. So this grasslands. This is pretty scary. 4 eggs, 4 tucks, a 5th egg off the sparrow. So that's 9 points. And of course, we do give 1 to Tay, but still, that's net 8 points. We do have to feed a lot of cards into that, but cards is what we have a lot of, so I don't mind that. Very strange second round. Draw cards 5 times. Play 2 birds, but hopefully this pays off. But yeah, Tay's got a lot of food. We've been throwing a lot of cards at him, so goodness knows what we've given him. I think I just have to be glad, really, that I've not given him this mutes one, because that would be very nice. I did say right at the start I was scared he had that, but yeah, even now for him, I think in this position it would be a good one to add. But I'm guessing he probably does take those 2 birds in the tray, the long spur and the king rail. I think at this point, when I'm giving away so much food, I think you just go big point birds. He's got a good forest of his own. Obviously that nightingale as well. It's going to help out with a bit of extra food as well, depending on what he needs. So yeah, we'll see what he's got planned. But I think we're looking good, as I said, for that 3rd in a round. So even if I lose that last one, which I don't know, it's always hard to kind of predict how that food and personal supply is going to go. But yeah, as long as I can win that 3rd one, if we can win 2 and lose 2, I'm okay with that. I think it was the last game when I lost all 4. You never want to put yourself in a position of losing all those end of round goals, because it does just give you a bit of an uphill battle to fight back from. So it looks like he played another bird. He played the snowy owl. Okay, so that's what the rodents were for. I wonder if he used that to pick up King Rail. Just as another big point play, but of course for this end of round goal as well. So he's going heavy on bonus cards. Obviously 2 of these European expansion was where you only get 1 bonus card. So it does give you a little bit more to think about in terms of gambling, because you don't get that choice of 2. Whereas obviously that's the luxury I get playing something like this spotted owl. So yeah, hopefully that can give us, I mean, what do we want from that? I suppose like viticulturist would be good. Maybe like any of the obvious ones. Ecologist, we're going to get a lot of birds down, I think, so definitely wouldn't say no. But yeah, points on the board looking strong. Points on the board are looking strong. I think we're both around the 40 mark. And obviously Tay has got some extra bonus cards, so hopefully we can kind of blow this away with our crazy point scoring engine in this grass. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards in hand. So I'm going to do a double play That gives me 3 lots of times to run that grass before I run out. And I would very much like to get this shoveler down as well. For the egg space and the extra cards. I think I've already spammed so many cards at this point that it's not really a big deal. But Tay's still going for food, which I find kind of odd. I do find that odd that you'd be doing that. But I suppose he has got extra cards to chuck. But even this woodpecker, he's kind of keeping the seeds, not caching. So he must have a lot of birds. Must have a lot of expensive birds to be playing. If that's the way he's going. So do we start laying eggs now? I think I want to play this house wren into the double play at least now so that I can see what it is. So we'll get rid of anything that I'm not going to play. Definitely not going to play any of those. But yeah, we are of course giving an egg away there. So as I said, I need to be kind of conscious that I'm not giving them away at times that help Tay for tempo purposes. I'd rather kind of wait for a time when he's already got a good number of eggs, or maybe he's just played some birds. So I think it might be a case of trying to get the shoveler down, but no seeds around. There's one in the feed that we might make the most of. But definitely would like to be playing that before we go for cards. But it could be, I don't know, it could be a Brant. And it's only 2 points less the Brant with the bonus card. So okay, Savannah's Barrington Blackbird. So he's doing his own tucking in the grasses now as well. And we're going to do our double play. So let's do House Wren and Spotted Owl. What's it going to be? Nestbox Builder. Nestbox Builder. I think, do we go for that over on Rodentologist? We probably do. Because we're already on 4. We could potentially get to 6 there if we find some more birds. So I'll take that. Glad I played that house right now. So, but yeah, now Tay has got his own grassland. So, if that is the case, yeah. So that was exactly a case of the egg I gave him helped him play that. But if he is just going to go laying eggs, 6 points a turn with the tuck and the lay, definitely not bad. But it does mean maybe these cowbird eggs are a bit less valuable. Seeing as he can get his own, but yeah, this is definitely scary. This is definitely a scary position because he's gonna lay eggs. He's gonna play some of these big boy birds that we're pretty sure he's got. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe Brant does still work. I mean, maybe even playing this Hooded Crow for the Omnivore. And I'm not going to have any cards at the end of the game. That's the thing that puts me off. But yeah, I'm kind of anticipating he's got one nest for this end of round. I'm definitely anticipating King Rail, which I think he did pick up. So I might need something else. So I might need to go digging. So we are going to go digging Common Starling. Greater Roadrunner. It's definitely not bad. Barn Owl. Or Nestbox, perhaps. Do we go Worm for the Roadrunner? I think we potentially do. Or do we just take a seed? I think we'll take a seed. Because we might want to go... We might want to go Brant. But yeah, I need to think carefully about using this Galileo because every extra card for me is a point under the Chaffinch, but it's potentially 2, say, under the Blackbird. But yeah, this is where I wish. This is where I wish you could see how many cards your opponent has, because I've got no idea. I've been just spamming cards so heavily against Tay. And I'm sure, I think they have been drawing quite aggressively themselves as well, so I don't think they're going to be short of cards. Yeah, there's the King Roll. So another bonus card. So they're going to be on 4 bonus cards. So this is scary stuff. This is scary stuff for sure. And they've still got a lot more food, so we'll see what that's going to be. I might need to play this Roadrunner this round. for the end of round goal. So we're going to lay eggs. We're going to tuck everything else, I think. Oh, the Starling could come in handy. Mute Swan, I don't think I'm going to play. Let's get rid of Bar now. And let's get rid of... Already Duck, I'm not going to play. And yeah, we do get a worm here. So we can play this Roadrunner. And obviously that hits the Omnivore, but yeah, more importantly, this end of round could be crucial. Could be crucial. So see what Tay does. I know I did see an Inca Dove. Burrowing out, okay, so they have played. I was wondering if they were going to play Inca Dove and Snipe, but they play Burrowing Out. We'll just retaliate here with the Roadrunner. So that does cost us our seed, which is a bit annoying. Actually, let's take one off there. It does cost the seed that I was hoping to use for the Brant, but it's worthwhile here. But man, we've both got a lot of points on the board, and we both got pretty intense engines. And now, of course, with an extra grass in bed, I can tuck 5. I'm not sure, even with all of that drawing, I'm not sure I'm going to have enough cards to be able to do all of that. But who knows? It might be a case where we might go eggs, cards, play Brant, and then 3 turns of eggs at the end. It might work. Okay, so he has laid eggs. But we win because we lay on the Roadrunner, so we're going to do that. Yeah, Roadrunner, hopefully. Nope. Not this time. Okay. What am I definitely not going to play? Definitely not going to play these guys. Kind of wondering about this next nest box builder, but it's probably not worth it. Yeah, the shovel I think is too expensive at this point, so we'll get rid. And yeah, we'll use Phoebe. We'll use Phoebe. It's an extra point for him potentially, but we can turn it into a point ourselves as well if we need to. So we'll do it. And I think, as I say, how many points would Brant be if I play it? It's 3 points with the bonus card, but then it gives you 3 cards that are worth 3 points. It's a 6-point play. So yeah, it could be worth a go. We'll see. Burrowing Out got a cash. Actually, that's a good point. Drawing cards are going to be good because Hummingbird can sort that out. We need to get rid of this. Get rid of this feeder setup because we don't want Burrowing Owl screwing us over and getting loads of hunts against us. Is Tay just going to egg spam? Can they do that? Maybe eggs 4 times and play a bird. I think they have got space for that. So, why is it not letting me discard an egg? There we go. Okay, so we're going to discard an egg. We're going to draw. We're going to draw. We're going to draw. Do I use the Gallignule? I'm kind of gambling that I've given him so many cards, but he's got enough to tuck anyway, and that this is going to help me get a point. So we're going to take. We're going to go first. It gives an extra. Is it worth doing that? I might put myself. If I put myself first, I could take the worm, force him to take something. He only leaves 1 dice outside, and then I could always just force the Brant down. It's like going to cost me a point, perhaps, but it does. I think it effectively halves the probability of the Burrowing Owl working. So, nah, let's put him first. I want the seed. I want the seed. But yeah, not great draws there, but that's fine. I think this is all just going to be. It's all just going to be tucking fodder. Okay, we have got a seed. Okay. I think we just do the plan that I was saying, where we play Brant and then just lay eggs. We're not going to have enough cards to tuck everything, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so how many are we looking at? Already on 90 points. That's pretty crazy. How many's Tay going to be? Let's check his points on the board situation. Was he on 4, 8, 14, 17, 22, 30, 36, 42, 50, 59 with the eggs, 68, and 4 bonus cards. So if those 4 bonus cards get him 22 points, he's tied and then has this turn to catch up. I think this could be pretty neck and neck here. Because 22 and 4 bonus cards is not unrealistic. He's got a lot of birds down. We know he's not got Rodentologist at least. He's got quite a few of those down. We know he's not got Omnivore at least. He's got quite a few of those down. But he could easily have maybe Forester. Maybe that explains these plays. Maybe a Nest type with the stars. I don't know. Maybe Behaviorist, given that first column. I don't know. I could be here all day guessing what bonus cards he might have, but yeah, I'm kind of assuming he has got something else good to play with all this food. Cass's Finch, okay, probably has got Forester then. So yeah, I think he's just gonna lay eggs the rest of this game. But that's like 6 or 7 points a turn for him. So definitely very nice. Definitely nice. Okay. I was contemplating the idea of discarding worms and then getting worms back with the Phoebe, but given he has so few food, that extra food might help him play birds. And like best case scenario for me, it's a point. Worst case scenario for him, it's a point, so it's not worth doing. So yeah, I think we'll lay eggs now. I don't think it makes a difference when we what sequence of things we do this in. We are. Just think about this. Are we gonna have egg space? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're fine for egg space. We get 5 eggs a turn. We're gonna play a bird for 1 turn. So come on, Roadrunner. Hunting the biggest birds possible. It's not good luck, so go to all of those. Lay another egg. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use this Phoebe once so that I hit the end of round, but I'll use it as late as possible. Okay. So already 103 turns left. Man, this is all going to be on the bonus cards. This is all going to be on his bonus cards, and he has got a lot of them. So yeah, play the Brant. So the Brant's going to be 3. Gives us another 3 to tuck, so it's 6. Eggs is then 5 and 5, plus maybe some Roadrunner stuff. So we're going to be on like 120. This could easily be a 120 board as well. As I say, if he lays eggs 3 times and plays the bird, I think he wins. If he has to go for food to play that bird, we might have a shot. Because that gain food action for 0 points versus a lay eggs for 6, 7, 8 points. Yeah, that could be the difference maker here. But we'll have to wait and see. He's thinking a lot. He was thinking a lot on that first turn, but maybe it was I couldn't tell if he was thinking before or after playing the Finch. So I don't know if it was weighing up whether it's worth playing the Finch or whether it was working out which Finch bonus card to go for. But if people think a lot in the last round, I think that's normally a good sign because it means they don't have an obvious amazing play to do. Like I say, if it was lay eggs 3 times, play a bird, probably wouldn't need to be thinking so long, but oh man, I'm feeling nervous about this one. I'm feeling nervous. So he's doing stuff. He's laying eggs and he's chucking food. He is chucking food. Ah. Oh. Is it going to be worth playing this Brant now? Even, I think we have to. I was gonna say if we keep the food for the end of round, but I think he's gonna, yeah. Right, here's the play. Here's the play. I don't think he. I don't know. Does he think I'm going to play another bird? This is what I've got to work out. Because if I can bait him into using up his food, and then I only finish on 1, because I really don't get that discard there. He's going to get away with it because I'm giving him a Phoebe food. But I think he needs that extra food for the end of round. And if he's got Benelli here, I'm gonna be so mad. But it wouldn't surprise me because he's seen a lot of cards. I think he probably started with it, to be honest. We're gonna lay eggs. I'm gonna use the Phoebe here. I'm gonna hope that I can bait him and see if he forgets that I've got Bran. So let's come on Roadrunner. There we go. That's better. So we're gonna skip those because we can. The latest we can play Bran is the next turn because we need to tuck the card. So we need 1 more turn after that. But we'll use the Phoebe here. With the idea that he thinks... Maybe he thinks I've got Benelli. Maybe he thinks I'm going to lay eggs and play Benelli. Win with the extra food. And so he'll go... I'm fine with losing the end of round. I'll discard my extra food. And then only finish on 1. Yeah, I definitely did not expect food to get chucked. But yeah, what we do, we're kind of forced into this corner. I think we do what we said. Play Brown, lay eggs, and pray that it's enough. I had kind of factored losing this end of round into my decision making. So if we are gonna potentially be in contention for a tie here, that might scupper things a bit. But I don't know. I think I'd be very surprised if he messes this up and lets us get away with a tie. But yeah, I just don't know. I don't know why you would discard the food, even if you've got Benelli. He's discarded again. Okay. Is he going to have to go for food again? I mean, I don't think he's been tucking on that blackbird because he laid eggs twice in a row there and there's only 1 egg on it. So I reckon maybe he has got a Benelli. Sure. I was going to say maybe he's not noticed the end of round, but surely he's not. Surely he's not that silly. We're going to play Bran because that was what we're going to do. Anyway, let's take those birds from the tray. And yeah, 1 last turn. It could be all on this Roadrunner, man. It could be all on this Roadrunner if it decides to work or not. But yeah. For him to tie this end of round, say he has to gain food. If he plays like Flicker or something, I might laugh. But yeah, he'd have to gain food to break the tie and get 3 extra points. But that's the thing, if he's not tucking on that blackbird, those lay egg activations, he's only get 5 points from those. I'm definitely okay with that. Oh, I really don't know. I really don't know. And like I said at the start, this is a game. This is a game I have to win. So these little decisions at the end of the game, like discarding food and giving food with the Phoebe and those cards I was giving away with the Gallinule, I can't believe that he's not got enough cards. I've given him so many. I can't believe that he doesn't have enough. Stuck with the Blackbird, but yeah, it's been a tense one, and it's not over yet. The tension is not over yet. Yeah, he is. He is having a long, hard think on these turns, which, as I said, I do not mind. I do not mind. If my opponent has to think hard, then I'm doing something right. I'm doing something right, forcing them to use their braids, so that's a silver lining at least. Oh boy. Please don't make me wait too much longer on this Tay. The anticipation, the suspension is killing me. Please just do something soon. Yeah, I honestly don't know. If I am sort of expecting a Benelli. Oh, he's laid his again, and he's chucked the food. So he must be taking food on this last turn. But that's so bizarre. When you take food and it gets you, it's basically 6 points. Did that tuck number go up? Am I losing my mind? Is the tuck going up but the egg not? I'm trying to rack my brains as to what birds he could play that gain food. I'm not really sure there are any that don't cost any food. I think it has to be a Benelli play, but then you lose the end of round. I don't know. I'm not going to try and second guess if he's making mistakes here, because he's smart enough to not make mistakes in this position. And it's distracting me. And when other people do weird stuff and that distracts me, I end up messing up and not doing the things I was going to do. So, come on, Roadrunner. Thank you. Thank you very much. That could be critical, and for that I'm going to reward you with another one. So there we go. But yeah, there we go. Last egg, and we're going to make sure we skip that Phoebe, because I don't want to bail him out if he has messed this up. But man, 122 minimum, potentially 125. But yeah, I don't know. Because if he has got Benelli, even that's worth playing, I think, over taking food just for the end of round. But I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Hopefully less than a minute. We'll find out what he's done. We'll kind of see. But all these blackbird skips make me think. Make me think a Benelli isn't coming. But honestly, this is the point in the game where I'd think to myself, how many bonus card points would be enough to win this? He's got 5 bonus cards. I honestly don't know. I don't know if 20 is enough. I don't know if he needs 30. I don't know if he needs 40. I was kind of assuming beforehand that 20 was going to be enough. But I think we had a pretty solid fun round. I'm not so sure that he did with some of these kind of mediocre egg-laying actions. Okay, he did take food. Only 2. I got no idea what he did, but we'll see, because it's going into the final scores. Oh, yeah. If he's going to need, I think if he's plus 20 bonus card points, that makes me scared. So 24. Ah, that's kind of on the edge. We've got a lot more eggs, and I'm pretty sure we've got a lot more tucks. So hopefully it's enough. Well, we haven't got that many more eggs. It's going to need to be on the tucks. Oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. That is a painful one. 123 to 123 to 122 in the end. What? I have no idea what happened at the end. He gained 2 worms. He took food. That was super weird, that end game. He didn't have any cards, so he did use them all. But man, he did have some pretty good bonuses. But it was on that Roadrunner, and it was on that Burrowing Owl. The hunting powers at the end potentially making some of that difference. So there we go. It's a defeat. Our Wingspan Open journey is over. And yeah, that's a disappointing one. 3 very close losses. I think that was an aggregate of maybe 10 points on those losses. But what can you do? That was a fun one. And I did say it was going to be a high scoring one. So well done, Tay Ray. You advance into the next round. And we sadly exit this tournament, but we had a good run, and that is the main thing. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. Definitely a tense finish, as I said, but quite a fun game all in all, I think. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that long journey in the Wingspan Open with me. And yeah, I'll see you again hopefully very soon in another gameplay video.